Yeah, because I can edit this.
Edit.
We're recording.
Oh!
Hey, we are recording,
Stop.
gentlemen. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody ready?
I am the most ready.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna turn on my laptop because I don't even think it's on right now.
I have Wi-Fi on my phone
Not
if
that
I need
there's
to look something
anything
up.
that I like pertinent
have-
that I want to look up, but
I
in
have
case it
Wi-Fi.
does.
I want to look up like the 100-round Nerf sniper.
Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
We're going live in 5, 4, 1.
Huh?
Hey everyone, and welcome to Tuba Talk, our weekly podcast here at Jacksonville Presbyterian Church. With me, I have some tech guys, and I need to be honest with you guys. This is actually our first episode, but it's take 2 because we filmed an episode and recorded it last week, but our microphones had a little bit of trouble doing the audio. So, why don't we start with you? Can you say your name and what it is you do for the church here?
All right. My name is Jackson Taylor. You probably know my mom, Joy. I do slides up in the tech booth, so I make the slides and then present the slides. And then I also just help out with any little like errands that need to be run. And then I also play keyboard up front sometimes.
Yeah, Jack is a great gopher and a keyboardist.
I'm Jackson Robertson. I do lighting, so like all the stage lights, that sort of thing. And yeah, I kind of also just help with any errands that need to happen.
Right, so if you've ever been to one of our services and you're looking at the stage and you're like, wow, what an amazing job, or it looks like Doug is blind right now, that is all thanks to Jackson here.
I'm Keenan Brock. Similar to Jack, I also make and help run slides and also help with whatever else needs to happen.
This is actually Slides Nathan. That's how he's colloquially
There's also
known.
a stage.
Yeah, and then there's also Stage Keenan. So Stage Keenan plays guitar, Slides Nathan does the slides. I, by the way, am TJ Todd. I am the technical director and also the communications director here at Jacksonville Presbyterian. And I want to introduce you guys to actually my intern right now, which is
Landon
Moyer. Landon Moyer just actually last week, it was his first official week as being
like 3 weeks ago.
My intern. No, you started 3 weeks ago, but officially you started on the 1st of June.
Okay.
So
Classic.
last week was kind of actually your first full week, getting paid and whatnot as an intern. So let's get into it. I want to hear from you guys about some tech stuff. What new tech things excite you guys this week?
At this very minute, 3:45 p.m. Thursday, June 11th, Sony just revealed the PlayStation 5 hardware and specs.
Ooh.
Let's go over those.
So,
I'm excited.
The PlayStation 5 looks disgusting.
It's a tower.
It does.
It's like a white.
Oh, so's the
sleeved
Xbox.
tower.
The Xbox looks like a
The
PC
PlayStation
unit.
Yeah,
good.
it's a monolith.
They're finally
bad
accepting that
design.
they're actually just PCs running a different operating system.
Yeah.
So it has a SSD of 825 gigabytes,
Mhm.
oddly specific number, right?
Yeah.
AMD CPU, an AMD GPU. That's interesting.
A whole
But-
10.28 teraflops.
8K graphics,
8K.
8K graphics,
Why?
and
Except this-
4K graphics at 120 frames per second.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Smanksy. That's pretty smanksy.
That's pretty nice.
Does it have RTX?
Oh, this
Yes, they do.
So global
Both do.
global source. Okay, whatever
this
they
looks
call that.
way better than the Xbox.
Yeah. I am personally a
No,
PlayStation
Xbox-
stan, right?
Are you a PlayStation stan?
Yeah, I'm a PlayStation stan.
Xbox.
I'm a Nintendo person.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean
I-
Nintendo all the way, of course.
I'm
But
a Nintendo.
if you have to choose,
I play fun games.
PC games.
I play the family-friendly game.
No, I mostly play my PC.
I
now.
play
I have
Wii
been out of
Sports
console war
Resort.
for so long. Like I've been out. Like I own a Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3, and those are the last two consoles that I bought.
I still have my Wii.
This is the difference between the two. Which one would you rather have?
Way better.
Dude, look at how chunky that thing is.
It's a chunk, dude.
It's huge.
It's thick.
So
You're not fitting that next to your TV.
It's like when Apple had the
garbage can?
Apple cheese grater.
Oh,
the cheese
yeah.
graters
there's
are
still
big.
cheese graters.
Like the holes.
There's still a cheese grater.
Wait,
Those
they
things
have
were
an
chunky.
Apple
They were
cheese grater?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
Apple
It's
cheese
not
grater.
an actual cheese grater.
Oh.
Yeah. The like big.
Okay, that
the
makes a
big
lot more
iMac
sense.
towers, like the. Yeah, but because it's just like a box with like a bunch of holes on the side, it looks like a cheese grater, and it has like a handle too at the top.
Well, except for that's
Like, look at
that's
see.
a case.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a
yeah,
case.
it's
Well,
just
that's
a
the thing, is
case,
that,
but like it looks like a cheese grater. Like,
yeah.
look at that. That's a cheese grater.
Grate that down the side
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah. I mean, it would meld. What else? What else? So we got the Xbox or the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new
E3's
Xbox.
canceled, so there's not a lot
Yeah,
of games
E3
news.
Yeah.
There's, like,
Nintendo delayed their
kinda rough.
direct. Like
I
they don't
know.
have a date on it.
They're just gonna fiddle around.
Everything's
with it.
getting delayed.
Call of
The
Duty's newest update of 87 gigabytes.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Dude,
Maybe?
honestly, Call
Okay.
of Duty updates like every week,
Yeah.
and it's like 20 extra
So,
gigabytes.
you guys are all a lot younger than I am, but back in the day, we used to have game cartridges, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Oh. What's a
about
game cartridge?
about 5 years ago,
Like the bitter candy that I put in my Nintendo Switch.
yeah, like that.
Okay.
Except for like big and blocky, like a VHS tape size.
What's VHS? VHS. Me and my brother, we used to watch this show when we were little called Cyber Chase. It was like a
Oh,
math-
dude, best show
math
ever.
animated
remember
show,
that.
sci-fi, and it had the guy from Back to the Future in it. But
Yeah.
we would record it off our VCR on our VHS tapes, and we recorded over our parents' wedding.
Oh, you guys recorded Christopher Lloyd's Cyber Chase over your
Over
Dude.
our parents' wedding.
Dude,
Oh,
Cyber
man.
Chase is still going.
Yeah,
It's still they're still
believe
making
it.
new episodes.
I believe
Like are they in like trigonometry at this point?
If
Like,
you are
teaching
unfamiliar
calculus
with
too.
Cyber Chase, it is a PBS cartoon about the dangers of technology or hackers on
It
the
would be
internet.
like, it's like first
Yeah.
they'd run Wildcrats and then they'd run that.
Yeah. And so it is Gilbert Godfrey and Christopher Lloyd are probably the most recognizable names on the
Gilbert
cast.
Gottfried was in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Oh,
played
he
Digit.
Digit. Yeah.
2020. Yeah, it's
Yep.
still
And
going.
then Christopher Lloyd plays a hacker who's like the main villain of the show.
Yeah. The guy with
and
the
he's also
epic chin.
in Back to the Future. Yeah. Anyway, it was a great show, and Landon and Nathan should never have recorded over.
I think it
parents'
might have
wedding.
been with our parents' permission.
Oh, like they were like, yeah,
maybe
record
they're
it.
like, the wedding.
Yeah, well,
it's
we're
just-
still married.
What
right?
is that
It's just
for?
the happiest day of our lives. Get rid of it.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah. So anyway, back to cartridges.
Yeah, what you were saying.
So about 5 years ago, Nintendo re-upped their patent on the big style cartridges. So not just like the micro SD cards that they
Okay.
use.
Like game
Yeah,
cube
and
type
so
stuff.
my thought was that Nintendo was gonna go full ham and build like a PS5 level PC that has hot swappable hard drives.
That would be
That
really
way, when you
cool.
get those 80 gigabyte updates, it goes onto the cartridge and not onto your limited 800
Yeah,
gigabyte
that would be
system
cool.
hard drive.
Well, the Xbox and the PS4 they have expandable. They added like
yeah. But
Yeah,
like,
well,
think
they've always
about
had
if
that.
every game, instead of being
Yeah.
limited to like a Blu-ray disc, which only has about 4 gigabytes of data on
Blu-ray?
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Blu-ray.
Oh.
It's not much. I mean, 4 gigs is a lot in terms of game data, but like, it's not a lot, which is why you have to usually use the disc to
They are-
download a bunch of extra information. But if
Yeah.
it was already on like a hard drive, you could make like massive open world games and stuff.
And
Oh,
for
yeah.
the
Really
for the
cool.
PS5, they are selling a digital only version without the Blu-ray hard drive, and it's probably cheaper. I think it's
Xbox did that.
$599.
Xbox did the all digital thing too.
Oh,
Back
yeah,
to the
yeah,
good
yeah.
old days of $600 consoles.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Those were
600.
amazing days. The best days.
If you're thinking about buying a $600 console, build a computer. Just
Yeah.
buy a
Yeah.
computer.
Get something.
When they're like $100, like not $100, like $200, I'll probably pick one up.
Yeah. You know, no one
Yeah.
can hear you. You're not talking into your mic, right?
That was one.
You gotta put it up to your
Yeah.
face.
No, I
you
didn't
have
even-
to
I
put
was
it
gonna
up to your
think I was
face,
talking- yeah.
especially with these mics. No one can hear you
Yeah.
unless you.
What was that?
Hello?
Who's yelling at us?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Keenan, anything you're excited about right now in technology?
Kind of been looking at the new Apple glasses idea.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I still have to watch that video.
know,
Yeah,
it's-
where do you guys
it's
stand
really
on
interesting.
AR? Like,
I'm excited for it to get
I
better.
love augmented.
yeah.
It's really
think it's
cool.
cool.
It's really cool. It's still definitely in its childbirth years.
My
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
first exposure
But-
to augmented reality was the AR cards on the original Nintendo 3DS.
Yes.
Oh,
those
yeah.
Are,
Yeah.
those are.
Yeah,
wow,
those
I
are-
remember- Yeah. But no, the new Apple glasses look really interesting.
Yeah,
How do they work?
they're gonna project.
Do
the
they
image
project
onto
it
the
onto your
screen.
retina
No.
or just onto the glasses
On your
itself?
retina? No,
Yeah.
They were gonna
please.
do that. They were gonna do that. They were gonna project on the retinas, but apparently there was too much health concerns.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
people
I don't
are
want-
worried they're gonna
You would never be able to
burn
sleep again.
images into your retina. By
Yeah. Plus, I mean, if it's just displaying blue light right onto your eyes,
Yeah,
you're
good-
never gonna be able to sleep
Yeah,
again.
good luck going to sleep ever
Yeah.
again after just like,
They're gonna.
That'd be cool if they had blue light Apple glasses,
ooh, yeah.
You know, be really cool.
like
for
the
in
blue light
future.
filters.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool for in the future. We could like have a slideshow
Oh, it
that
looks
we all put like in something we're gonna talk about,
The idea's cool.
so that we could have the ideas
Yeah,
and we
no.
could show up on the screen.
No longer
Oh, yeah,
having
yeah.
the
So,
slides
like,
up there,
so we
just
all
putting on
we all
everyone's
like put an
glasses.
image of like what we're
I-
talking
I
about.
was gonna do that in post because it's easier to just like.
Oh,
put things
that's
like
what you're
that.
doing.
Yeah. So-
Smart.
it looks like it's just
For some reason,
an
I think
Apple
it's
Watch,
live.
but you can see it right here through your glasses.
I would still totally be down.
Well,
for
except there's gonna be more like features where it's like you're walking down the road and it's giving you, or driving and it's giving you
Okay, that's
directions.
pretty
It
cool.
says,
Imagine how cool
it
something
says,
like
it
Pokemon
just
Go would
comes
be
up and
with
it goes
that.
right. Yeah, you can like literally see the Pokemon out in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Just
No,
like
and then
tossing.
it gives you an Apple Watch to like
Pokeballs.
know when you're
Yeah.
throwing.
Man, I remember when Pokemon Go was good.
That was
Or
fun.
just like at
That was
least
a good
it was
I mean, it's not
perceived as good.
Yeah.
Like you remember those first
Dude.
couple months of Pokemon Go and
Yeah,
everyone
and I
was
didn't
just
have
out
I didn't
everywhere.
have a phone that could do it.
Yeah,
and
I just had an
anytime
iPod.
anyone would say anything about it, I would immediately get super jealous. I'd be like, "It's not fair."
Well, I had an iPod and I just every time I got internet. I
But
just
now that you
tried
do
to-
have a phone that can run it, do you play Pokemon Go?
no, I'm not, because I also now I don't have the data that can run it because
Yeah,
I don't have unlimited data.
Oh yeah,
If
Jack
you
got his
did
new
have
phone
data,
finally.
would you play it?
Yeah, Jack
Yeah.
got a new phone.
Dude, if I had unlimited data, I probably would play it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I mean, like
I can see that.
just chilling out, just doing it. I mean, I played Soul Silver on my DSi.
Dude, I
Like,
know. Well, like, okay, here's the thing. It's like they failed to implement battles quick enough. Like, there still
Yeah.
isn't a legit like battle
Yeah,
system,
good
and,
battle
which is
system.
like,
And the fact that it's not turn-based.
yeah,
Is-
that's
yeah,
Whoa.
that's what annoys me a little
Is this
bit.
even Pokemon anymore?
yeah. You're just
Well,
kinda
except
like,
for if you like the show wise, it's maybe a little more accurate because show wise, it's not turn based. It's
yeah,
more
it's just
like-
everyone shouts and screams in the
Yeah,
show, and then things
it's
happen.
just like attack,
Bulbasaur,
counterattack.
water gun, and then he's like,
do your best,
He's like,
Bulbasaur, and then he's just, like,
Squirtle.
using all these attacks that no one has ever.
Squirrel, solar beam.
Yeah, and then like yeah, they'll do like 2 or 3 attacks in a
Exactly,
row
exactly.
without anyone saying 2 words.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be cool. Like I would just wish that they would have been able to implement that a lot quicker or at all. I mean, it still doesn't exist because like that is the kind of the joy of Pokemon for me. It's like
Yeah.
you're actually like collecting Pokemon so that you can battle. Like that's the whole point of both the show, the card game,
Not just
and
getting like
Building your perfect.
yeah, everything
Yeah.
comes together there. But you know, it's whatever.
Yeah,
It's
it doesn't
still-
have the training side of
It's
it.
a novel idea, and I think that it opened people's eyes to like how widespread AR can be. Like
Yeah.
since everyone has a
Eventually.
phone in their pocket right now, like everyone has a
Yeah.
computer that can run augmented reality.
Well, Apple's really been pushing the whole AR thing for years.
Yeah, you know all the
Like they
companies
put the
are.
light. Well, they put
AR
the lidar
kit is
sensors on
pretty
their
cool.
phone.
Yeah.
They put the or on the iPads. They put lidar sensors, and now they're doing the glasses. It's like everybody's trying to
Yeah,
get
they're
to
just
that
trying
point.
to like add enough hardware to run it, and then like build on top of it. Which is funny because like going back to the RTX thing, like
Oh, yeah.
Lynn and I were talking the other day how like when RTX first came out on like certain machines and stuff, like people were like, "Oh, that's cool," except for like 2 games can like do RTX, so it really doesn't matter. And so, like now that there's like a game, like the list of games is like growing
Yeah.
for RTX, like that specific like having a processor that can run it and everything is now like a lot more like, sought after because it's like, oh wait,
It's like,
I can
oh,
do
this is actually viable.
Wait, I could do Minecraft RTX like
Oh yeah, it
Dude,
looks
it is
so
beautiful.
good.
it is. It was like
As soon as they
The
implement it,
auto
It's extremely
generated.
impressive.
it looks so good.
What
Keenan
other
landed.
games
Did
run
you
RTX?
guys do Minecraft? Are you guys Minecrafters?
I've had Minecraft since 2000. When was I in 6th grade?
A while ago.
2011, 2012ish,
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah, I started playing slightly before it really took off. Played on a console for a bit, then to mobile, and switched over to PC, and still play mobile occasionally.
I play. So I started when I was in like 4th grade on my Kindle.
Nice.
Kindle
every
Minecraft.
Saturday
Oh, yeah,
morning.
running all
Is
of
that like
2 chunks.
every
Yeah,
Saturday?
2 chunks, 3 FPS.
Every
2 chunks,
Saturday
4 FPS,
morning.
maybe.
Gotta get that survival games
Nice.
Yeah.
on Lifeboat.
Hunger
Lifeboat.
Games.
Shout out to Lifeboat
Dude,
servers.
Lifeboat. I remember
Dude,
those before it-
Mineplex.
So
Mineplex is good.
That was my go-to. I spent money on Mineplex,
Really?
like actual
On the
money,
server?
I
Yeah.
never did.
because they have like in like server currency, so because there are special
Most
like
servers do,
abilities
yeah.
you can get for certain game modes. So I spent money getting that stuff because I was like, oh, that looks really cool, and I play this a
Wow,
lot
that's
anyways.
cool.
I'm gonna spend money on it, and I'm like 10.
that's
And I
hilarious.
just like spend 5 weeks of allowance getting
just like yes.
one thing.
So I
Like,
can.
I am
5
the
weeks of
most
allowance,
Now I
2
can
hours of
teleport behind you in Bed Wars.
Yeah.
It's like-
Now I am overpowered.
That's awesome. See, like that's really strange to me because like I was already an adult when Minecraft came out. So
Yeah.
like I played
Yikes.
beta. Like I was in beta 1.1, so I was
Dang.
like right
I
after.
played-
I didn't quite start in
So
alpha.
did you
I
play
started-
Cave Game?
I
right
joined.
after.
I joined when they released
Game.
like probably a year before they released minecarts.
Yeah.
I guess that's the easiest way to say timing.
I'm pretty sure that I started playing in like update 1.2.8 or something.
Yeah.
As like when I
1.2.
started.
And now
It
they're in,
was-
like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
1.16 is coming out.
So
yeah.
the nether
Yeah.
update.
Yeah, another update.
Yeah.
Kids these
So-
days, we don't keep time by years anymore. We keep time by Minecraft updates.
Minecraft
Yeah.
updates. So when I started playing Minecraft, zombies dropped feathers still.
Yes,
And
yes,
there were not skellies in the game. Skellies were not introduced
I hate
yet into the
skeletons
game.
with
So there was
burning
only
passion.
zombies and creepers were the only 2 mobs, the 2 hostile mobs.
okay.
And creepers could spawn on leaves at night, which was really creepy because a forest would just like be overrun with creepers.
Yeah.
Oh,
would
and they
just
would be on top of the
all-
trees,
yeah, and
right?
They just
They
drop
just
down,
drop
Yeah.
down on top of you. You die.
Okay,
drop
but
and pop. It was not a fun time.
bow or crossbow?
Bow.
Trident.
Power 5.
Crossbow. Yeah.
Trident.
I like the crossbow, dude.
Power 5, punch
I
2,
I,
flame 2.
I like the crossbows, but
one.
like to me a bow is just so much
Well, with
easier to
the-
keep
with-
track of.
With the addition of shields for PvP,
That's true.
crossbows have a huge advantage.
I don't do a lot of PvP as a thing. Like
because you can shoot them while your shield is up. You can't do that with a bow.
yeah, exactly.
Plus, they charge way
Except
faster with
bows-
bows if you have quick charge
Bows
3.
deal more damage.
Yeah,
bows
but if
do
you
deal
can't
more
do
damage.
any
but
damage if the
DPS
person has a
wise,
shield.
yeah, if you're going up against a shield, that makes sense.
We're talking about Minecraft like it's like WoW or something.
Yeah.
What is your
That's
Minecraft
What,
DPS?
your DPS
Yeah.
in Minecraft, dude. See, here's the thing. So
okay,
I
can you
if
beat
you're
the
actually doing
raid?
real PvP, they don't even use like sword. Like they do, but like they literally just ender crystal and then lava each other.
I
You drop an ender crystal, you blow it up, and the person's dead.
I worked at a middle school for a couple years and ran Minecraft EDU in the tech lab there for everyone. And so like I have like an encyclopedic knowledge of Minecraft because of that. Because like kids would always be like, "Wait, who's more powerful? Is it like what if that you drop a strength 2 potion on a ghast, does that affect his projectiles? And then you're just like, so I just have to learn all of these things about like
Ghasts
the
are so
different
annoying.
game mechanics.
Ghasts.
Yeah, there's
Like getting ghast tears is one of the most grindy, annoying things. And
Oh, yeah.
wither skeleton.
What
Dude,
is-
oh my! Don't even start on me.
When
Oh,
Ian and I went
man.
to the Nether for like 2 hours,
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
killed at least 30 ghasts.
Okay, we
just
okay,
trying to
so-
mine quartz.
So Jack and I and Keenan was on like the first time we did it. So we started about now a year, maybe it was later. It was closer to school year. About
Yeah.
a year ago, we started a realm between
Yeah.
Keenan, me, Jack, Andrew, Bryce, and
Ian.
And,
And Aiden.
And
And
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Aiden.
Aiden
So
Williams.
so we played it for like probably a month, and then we all got burned out, and then we kicked Keenan because
because
we,
Ian and his channeling trident made creepers explode very large, and I got blamed because I had TNT.
Oh, I see.
then we blew up his house.
You got blamed as the boom boom man.
But you were also kind of griefing a lot.
Yeah.
Was I though?
What-
Yes, you
is it
killed
grief-
me at least 5 times just me trying to leave my house.
That's awesome.
And then we all were just like, you know what? Let's just steal it because we're all bored. Keenan was the easiest target. So we
Yeah,
just-
so they had
we
we
had
a
made a big
trial.
trial.
and then
Savage.
so now this year, about what was it? Like a month.
Like
ago?
it was right when the like,
Yeah, it was when quarantine
pandemic
started.
You guys.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
what?
So we
I
started
remember Jack
another
telling me.
realm,
The who?
and all of us minus Keenan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
We tried to get you in, but there was several members who would not let you in, like Aiden.
Aiden, yeah, Aiden. Okay,
was
so
very-
Aiden has this thing about dirt.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh yeah, Aiden.
he likes to make hobbit holes when he plays Minecraft.
Got
And
it.
Andrew lives the American dream and makes a giant farm.
All
And
the
so
way
what
up.
happened last
Like,
time?
he built his farm over Aiden's
No,
house.
so first Aiden was collecting dirt to make his hobbit hole to cover,
Yeah,
his little house.
cover the little
And
mound.
Andrew just kept stealing the
his
dirt
To
and
build the
making a
farm.
giant farm.
And then
And
Aiden-
every time Aiden would be like, "Bro, I can see that you're stealing my dirt," he'd be like, "Dude, I swear it's not me." And Aiden'd be like,
And Andrew's like,
It must be
I took
Keenan or
down the whole
something."
mountain. Andrew's like, I
Man.
took down a
So
whole
I got
mountain
blamed
over there.
for
Did
more
you not
people's
see it?
messes.
And he's like, and then he walks over and he's like, the mountain didn't exist.
"Yeah, no." So we went a whole month of Andrew just stealing Aiden's dirt.
And
So
then he
Aiden
stole,
gets
and they stole Bryce's
Yikes.
Fortune 3
yeah,
book.
point of the story is that Aiden gets very upset very fast about that kind of stuff,
dirt.
about his possessions.
Quick fuse on the
Okay.
possession stealing. What?
Huh? I didn't say anything.
I said he has a quick fuse.
Yeah.
On possession, he's just like, it'll set
Yeah,
him off
he's like
very
the
quickly.
second you take anything, he's like,
That's mine.
You
yeah,
take
he's
his,
like,
you take
he's
his
like, you take,
chair in the sanctuary, that's a big deal.
he's
Yeah.
like, take
That's
my
true.
thing,
He-
take your life.
He
Like,
does
oh.
sit in the same spot.
Every
He's been sitting
day.
in that spot for like 7
Dedication.
years.
Yeah, we will
Dedication.
see when we reopen how.
Dude, but
that
doesn't
goes, but
everyone kind of do that though? Like, doesn't
Yeah. I
everyone
mean-
have their specific spot that their family sits
I
in?
try not to, but at the same time, it's just easier when you like go to your
Exactly.
spot.
It also depends on how long you slept through your alarm. for.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
How
Yeah,
long breakfast
the people
took.
that
How
roll
many
in
snoozes?
late. I like. Have you guys ever seen that episode of The Simpsons where they go to church and they're like 40 minutes late? Like they show up for like the last like song. Basically, they like roll into church. And
Is
then-
that the same
Heck
one
yeah.
where Bart gives the organ player Inagata Davida?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That's,
okay,
that's
yeah.
the same episode. Oh man. So speaking of kind of The Simpsons or media in general, what have you guys been watching? Anyone been watching anything fun? I know
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Such a good
Supporting the
show.
boys in blue.
Yeah.
I rewatched some of the Iron Man and Captain America Avenger stuff.
Oh yeah, you've been on that Marvel Cinematic Universe
Yeah.
grind. That's awesome.
Minus Clone Wars.
Anything have you
I've
abstained?
rewatched the Last Airbender series.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Netflix.
I have to start watching that.
Yeah,
Dude.
You haven't watched it yet?
I
No.
recently just made my wife watch that because she had never seen it before.
Oh my gosh,
Uh,
dude, so many happy
she was
memories.
like,
I'll
put
bet.
off because when
Yep,
she
yep.
was in high school, there were like a bunch of people that were like really rude about it. They like pretend bend in the hallways and stuff, and so she's like, "That show's for weird people. I don't
Yeah.
want to watch it." And I was just like, "Yeah, if that was my experience, I would agree
Dude,
with you."
if you've
but
never,
it's- It's a good show.
If you've never like stood under running water and stuck your hand out and had the water run off your arm and be like, I am waterbender.
Or like when you're in the shower and the shower water is going down your arm and it like shoots off your pinky.
Yeah, and you're just like,
Yeah.
powers.
Like the bummer part about having to watch it with me though is that like the whole time I'm like, oh, this is based off of this real life like martial
All of the
arts.
lore.
And, like
Oh yeah, and it's
all
like
of
based
the,
off of like the dancing.
yeah.
Look at the Tai
everything.
Chi.
Yeah,
Which is-
Tai
that's-
Chi, and then
That's why like
Chukuk-do, which is a local type, but it's actually in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
yeah,
They
that's
have
why
some-
the movie version, like the
I know.
live action, wasn't so good. It's because they didn't use a lot of that. They just like kind of flailed their arms
Oh,
around
my-
and put CGI in,
I'm
which a little bit
so
ruined it.
I went to the midnight premiere of the movie, right? Because
Oh.
I was a big fan of the show. I dressed up. Okay, I was a Zuko. I had a scar. on
Dude,
my
Zuko,
face. I
best
had,
character,
like,
known fact.
I had like Crown Prince like armor on and everything, and then like as the movie was ending, there were like people that were literally crying because it was that bad. They were like in tears that they were like, "This is like you ruined it." So I'm
But
really
as a
looking
kid, I
forward to
loved it.
Netflix's live action series because I'm
They're
wondering-
making one?
Yeah, but they have like some of the original
Yeah.
writers. They have the original creator. He's gonna be, you know,
Yeah,
a
Netflix doesn't.
supervisor for
With those
for
kinds
the
of
whole
shows,
thing.
Netflix doesn't do too hot of a job
I
though with their
know the
live actions.
adaptations. They're really
Dude, there are so
they
many
don't
memes
have
about
They
it.
don't have a hot track record.
Yeah, they have.
Especially the anime and then like the Netflix,
Yeah, no, that is
like,
that is a whole
Yeah.
meme strand
But
of.
I'm
like,
hoping because this is
original
like a
Netflix
legit
adaptation.
Western animation show, even though it has. I heard we heard a
Assassination.
scream.
If you
Someone
hear
was
if you hear
assassinated.
screaming in the background, the staff here at JPC right now is doing a
Yeah.
Nerf assassin game.
Word.
So what it is everybody on the staff has
That's guns.
Nerf guns,
Uh-oh.
and each person has a secret target that they have to assassinate by shooting the said person in the torso or head, as I just learned, because I tried to shoot my target in the leg, and they were like, no, that's bad. But, you know, so far it's
Isn't
going
leg
pretty
better
good.
than the face?
It's boosted productivity because you can't shoot somebody while they're working. So if everybody's working all the time, then you can't shoot them.
Yeah, so what happens is people come into work, they get right to work, and they work until like the very minute that they have to leave because they don't want to be assassinated in the
Which, of course, they
water
would do
cooler talk time.
anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
Landon actually assassinated our pastor yesterday.
Oh,
After-
Very, very
I-
coyly because we were kind of
After.
all in the hallway chatting, and then he started shooting darts at people. Pastor Dustin did, and so Landon just like shot him, and then like he's
Point
like,
blank
"Oh
in the
man!"
chest.
And then he's just like, "No, like I am your assassin. Like you just got assassinated."
It was funny. I right after that, I texted my girlfriend. I just said I shot my pastor, and my brother is the next target.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then now
That's
so
beautiful.
when you
What?
assassinate your target, you adopt their target so that you always have someone
Yeah.
that you're after. So.
Wait, so Landon, are you out now?
No, I'm in.
Oh, you're still in?
He's
Yeah,
still
no.
in.
Oh, I thought Nate
TJ's
shot
out.
you.
No,
TJ's
I
out.
shot Dustin.
No, I thought Nate shot you when we were
Nate's,
out there.
doesn't
Nate's
count.
not going after Landon
Foolishly,
So-
I was showing a coworker, how to work a Nerf gun, and she turned and shot me, and so that is
And
how
she was
I
the
got
assassin.
assassinated.
Yeah,
because
Quite clever,
I-
quite
I-
clever.
Yeah,
That's like-
it was a very
that's
clever
like Iraq War levels of
right?
Yeah.
betrayal.
though. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
That's a little
Topical, right? No,
Topical.
early 2000s.
Um,
That's where we are.
What have I been watching recently? Community.
that's
my
really
wife and
funny.
I have been watching. I watched Community as it came out, but she is currently rewatching it. At
Senior
first, she was
Chang.
really reluctant. She was just like, "This show is stupid. It's all really random and weird."
That's what makes me laugh.
Yeah, which is like what I enjoy as well. And so I told her, I was like, if you can make it past the first Halloween episode and you still don't want to watch it, then I'll leave it alone. We don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
But then like we got to that I think it's episode 7 in season 1, and then after that she was just like, more Community. So
Yeah.
we've been
My-
on that grind. I think
my
we're in season 3 now.
Oh,
My
wow.
favorite of those shows is definitely, either Brooklyn Nine-Nine or Parks and Rec.
Yeah. So Parks and Rec was on that same Thursday night NBC lineup that was like dynamite for
Yeah.
about 3 or 4 years.
When did Big Bang Theory?
Oh,
run?
I love
Was that
that show.
Thursdays? I think it was Mondays.
No, I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure it's Saturdays.
I
No,
never
it's
watched
Sundays.
Big
It's
Bang
Sundays.
Theory.
Me neither.
I was never a fan.
I loved Big Bang Theory. I still do, but it's not on top anymore for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it was like a try hard. It was like, oh, you're just like trying to be nerdy. None of this is really
Yeah.
nerdy stuff. But
Bazinga.
I should
Wait, did
I
you just say
should-
Bazinga? too?
Bazinga.
We both said
Yeah.
Bazinga at the same time.
Jinx.
Oh,
1 to 2.
stop.
Let's move on to our next topic. How's
What have I been watching?
Yeah, what? Yeah, Landon, what have you been watching? Sorry, I
Landon
forgot.
just doesn't watch
I
it.
skipped
Landon's
over
like-
you.
I actually do have something this week. I was gonna
yeah.
let it slide, but since I have something, I will make you all feel guilty for not including me. No,
shoot.
I've been watching the new show on Netflix called Space Force.
Space Wars.
That's by the people who. It says it's by the people who made The Office. It's probably like
it's like one
assistant
one-
producer is
one
involved.
line producer
Yeah.
from The Office.
The
came over
script
and
supervisor from The Office is
the laugh track person.
oh
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
didn't
Yeah,
have
no,
a laugh
yeah,
track.
it's the
laugh track editor.
The laugh track that they cut
exactly.
out. But yeah, it's really good. It's sort of they made
it's
and
Steve
it's
Carell.
yeah, it's
Steve
Steve
Carell
Carell plays
stars in
an
it.
incompetent boss. Wow, where have I heard that before?
Yeah.
But it's sort of based around the new branch of the military, the Space Force.
Space
Did you-
Force.
And-
Force.
Did you know Netflix is trying to take the trademark for the name Space Force from the United States?
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh! Well, that is a
That'll
hot
be a
court
hard-
battle that I will
yeah.
be watching.
That'll be a hard
Yeah.
fought battle.
But it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
You know,
cool. Yeah,
the
I
space
haven't
science
started
in it is pretty okay.
Yeah,
There's
except
like
for
a
the
whole
monkey.
there's a whole sequence where they like do sign language to a monkey and it like fixes a satellite.
And then gets captured.
And then it gets captured by the Chinese, but it's like a like
That always happens.
monkeys aren't that literate in sign language. Right?
Oh yeah, no, like
I mean, some gorillas know some basics, but like
yeah.
I mean, as we all learned from the
Coco definitely knew more, but
Yes.
like that's why it was such a special case because they
Yeah.
were just like, dang, this gorilla knows so much sign language, it's crazy. It can
Yeah.
even talk to us.
and the scientifically accurate Planet of the Apes trilogy that came out recently,
yeah,
the
yeah,
orangutan that speaks in sign.
yeah, exactly. Like communication with animals is kind of like a
Apes strong
strange
together.
field. Yeah. Apes strong together. I
Apes
love
strong
Planet of the
together.
Apes. Like I like the new ones. I also really like the old ones. If you guys have not seen all 5 of the old Planet
Dude,
of the
my
Apes movies,
dad
you
loves
should.
the old ones.
Those are Charlton Heston films, right?
No, not all of them.
Oh, okay.
Just like the first one.
Did
But
they pull
like,
a Home Alone and switch on the third one?
Well, no, like they don't actually switch characters, but it's like all like in the vein of the Planet of the Apes. So it's like different stories basically
Yeah.
from
Ah.
within the same.
Well,
like,
that's cool.
Same.
kind of like the new movies, how they have like.
Yeah, how
know.
like Caesar's the only character.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like you still have some like through lines, but not all of them are connected like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just like old movies and stuff in general.
Yeah.
Lane and I were talking about Star Trek because he's gonna try to make his girlfriend watch Star Trek.
That is. Gonna be
I've
a
seen
war.
the new ones and the original TV show.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about. It's just like the
Dude, the TV
the original series,
like the cartoon TV show. Have you seen the cartoon
Yeah.
TV? Dude, that one is actually not bad. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone kind of makes fun of it because of how Kirk is played and like his dramatic pauses where he just stops in random places.
It's called
for-
Shatnerity.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
It's
actually
I am.
a technical term.
I'm at school for theater right now, as in addition to data analytics. But I like to think that my form of acting is Shatner.
Shatner-esque.
I am a subscriber to the Shatner theory. So
yeah.
know.
Deliver each line with Shatner.
yeah, and you
just
just
a wee bit of Shatner.
yeah, and then it's part underacting, but it's also part overacting,
Yeah.
right? At the same
exactly.
time.
Balances.
You
Yeah.
know why? It's because William Shatner is Canadian. Did you guys know that he was Canadian?
no.
Yeah, he's actually a Canadian actor, so that's why he delivered it. You will see it anytime he says the word about, because that's like one of those
Bring her a boot.
catchwords that
A
like
boot.
someone can speak
No,
normally,
a
and
boot,
you're just
a
like,
boot.
oh, they're American, and they're just like, but I don't know about that, and you're just like,
Yeah.
you're a Canadian.
It's like
Or sorry.
Yeah, or
Sorry.
sorry. Sorry is another one.
that moment when they say
Sorry.
"a."
That moment when they say, "Hey."
That moment when they say sorry in America. Oh, you must be
Sorry.
Canadian.
Oh man,
Sorry.
that reminds me of kind of what we talked about last week. I talked about SCTV, which is a Canadian sketch comedy show. Did you get a chance to watch any of that with Nate yet? Yeah, I should send you some YouTube links.
I did think of another show that's like sort of like that, in that vein of SCTV
Mhm.
kind of style. It's called Garth Marenghi's A Dark Place. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I
yeah.
have.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, seen it all.
I'm in the middle of watching it, but for the uneducated, as I assume you three are.
Most likely.
Young blood.
Okay, so Garth Marenghi is a fictional character who wrote a fictional book series, or a fictional television series, correct, called Garth Marenghi's A Dark Place. He was an author who wrote a television series. So a fake writer, or a real writer, wrote a fake author who wrote a fake television series, and the fake writer stars in his own television series. So it's made as like sort of a satire on crummy 80s drama TV, sort of
Oh.
like MASH, or
Actually, I might know what
like
this is.
MASH is
Grey's,
great.
Anatomy,
Yeah.
80s
There's-
slapstick horror, sort of. So, you know, it's framed as like they found these old VHS tapes in the bottom of like some TV station that are Garth Marenghi's A Dark Place from 1986, but it's made in like 2006.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they have in the show, it's deliberately terrible, but it's not deliberately terrible to the point where it's unwatchable.
Right.
So-
because because it is deliberate, like all the actors are like acting like they don't know how to act, which sometimes
Yeah.
is really good acting.
Yeah.
Because like it's hard to
The,
do things like so poorly
Yeah.
in interaction.
One of the producers, the fake producers' stipulations to be in the fake show is that he needed to act in it, but he's not an actor, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, he like can't lie. So they're like, don't think of it as you lying. Think of it as you telling the truth as yourself, saying the lines. But then he ends up like in all of his scenes just being like, "Oh no, look over there," and like a really, you know,
Yeah, really dramatic pause to the point. Yeah, I don't know. I just love sketch comedy, so I watch like pretty
Yeah,
much all of it.
I'm thinking of something else. There, the guy apparently who played him just died recently, but it was this sketch comedy about like Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon type thing, except for it was a fake Tonight Show. So it's kind of I don't remember what it's called. I just remember seeing something about that he died on Fox.
Oh man.
on
But
Fox.
he apparently has won multiple awards for his acting.
I wish.
That's what I was thinking of when you guys were
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it.
I don't know. I wonder who it is. Oh man, speaking of fake late night talk shows,
Have you guys watched the news recently?
never heard of it.
What?
Guys, I will be honest with you. I am not liking the news recently.
No. If you like,
I don't think
the
I've ever
news-
liked the news.
If you
Yeah.
like the news, then you
That's
feed.
true.
I
I
like
don't-
it
I
when
don't
it's
think I
news
ever
I
did.
like.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
news. I like news.
Like, have any of you guys seen John Krasinski's like some good news?
Yeah.
Like he
Yes.
started a YouTube channel a couple weeks ago that is just about good things that are happening and
Which
like
he just sold to CBS for
Actually-
like millions
Oh,
of
for
dollars.
real?
Yeah.
So he made it for like
what a
week.
novel idea! Why don't we just tell people only about good things that are happening?
he did he did release a statement saying that it was only something he was planning to do short term, anyways, just
Yeah.
for like 8 episodes during.
No one has
the,
that time.
Some
Yeah.
weird reason, a lot of people are at home right now.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
strange.
I don't
but-
get it
Yeah.
at all.
But he sold it so that they continue, sort of, like, to
Bring it
continue,
to the real world.
hopefully continue good news.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of good news, everyone in here has heard the good news. So why don't we go around and talk a little bit about how we're doing spiritually? How's that hanging for everyone?
Okay.
I can start if you guys would like,
If you
just
would like.
because
You may go.
maybe you need a few minutes to think. But I personally have been, I don't know, I feel like I've been doing pretty good. Like, one of the things about coming and working for a church is that, like, you kind of have to make sure that you're constantly filling yourself up, because anytime you're doing any sort of outpouring spiritually and emotionally and physically, like, it's good to make sure that you're continually filled. So, like, I've been studying a lot more. You know, I'm waking up at like 6 in the morning most mornings and reading my Bible and you know, maybe doing a podcast or a study of, you know, some scripture and some books before I show up here. And it's been like a really good time for me to just kind of reflect on where I'm at spiritually. It also helps, you know, working with other Christians and hanging out with volunteers that are Christians, just because we can have like some pretty wild discussions in terms of like, you know, hey, do you think that we're gonna have kids when we're like in heaven? Like, what would that look
Oh,
like?
yeah.
What are the
Good
like
question.
biblical principles that might
You
support
know,
that
I
theory?
couldn't tell you.
Which is fine, but you know,
Relative
that was an
reality?
example. I don't think that we've ever actually had that conversation.
No.
But
Whoa, that
Not
would be
yet.
crazy.
Not
if there's
yet.
Next
relative
week.
reality.
On Tuba Talk.
dun dun dun.
So, like, for me, I was an adult, and my parents were like really old. But for them, I was a little kid, and they were just normal adults.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be crazy. Relative reality.
I don't know. Heaven's a crazy
Or you
place to
just
think
stay the
about
same
because we
age that
don't
you were
really
when you
know what's
died.
gonna be like.
I just blew my own mind.
I've always just heard that it's a big, big house with lots and lots of food.
Big house. And maybe
Yeah.
it is. Or maybe it's not.
in a big old football field.
Choir singing
Right.
everywhere.
I don't know.
Well, actually,
What's oh
that's
man.
something that our previous youth pastor, he's no longer our youth pastor for now, but that was his last big like thing that he talked to
Yeah,
us about was
serious.
what heaven's
What
supposed to be like.
What the
Which
Bible
was-
says heaven is.
Yeah, which was
supposed to
really
be
cool
like.
for me because like 2 weeks before he started, I just started thinking about like that, like, you know, kind of like the scary idea of going to heaven because, you know, the human part of me, you know, the sinful part of me is like, there are so many things a part of this life that I don't think is going to be in heaven that I
You're
want.
missing, quote
Yeah.
unquote, missing out.
I'm
on.
going to miss. Yeah, like
College.
I don't want to stand around on some clouds singing all day. That's
Yeah,
not.
but-
I want to play some Destiny.
But like
you know?
you have, you have
I
to
wanna-
realize that like standing on clouds singing all day is like a social like
yeah,
construction.
Yeah, it's a misconception.
Misconception
He
of,
talked
of
about
what
that a lot.
heaven is. You know, the
That-
Bible doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah,
so.
what the Bible says is it's a new heaven and new earth. So what he was telling us is that the interpretation of it is like anything that can be redeemed
yeah,
about
so
this world.
anything
will be in
glorifying to
heaven.
God,
Yeah, anything that can be glorifying to God is going to be there. So it's like,
being number one, and
Yeah.
destiny might be
Dude.
what you do to glorify God. You know,
I would be down.
I
would
I
be
personally
down.
hope there's no esports in heaven.
esports
No.
But
in heaven.
I have a
Competitive Fortnite.
a book suggestion.
I hope.
Speaking of heaven.
Oh yeah, you have a book suggestion.
Classic, you know, well, classic for me. It's pretty recent in terms of, you know,
Yeah,
terms of my
everybody
life.
else in the world. But the book called Heaven by Randy Alcorn.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
very, very like it's sort of written in like sort of like an FAQ like
Mhm.
thread style, but it's like, you know, it's like 500 pages long,
Yeah.
but it's just this huge thick book on like those questions like, will we have clothes in heaven? Will we be married in heaven?
Man,
Will there be dogs in heaven, you know?
Yeah,
And
I
it
had like
goes
an
through
hour-long
scriptural-
conversation with my roommate one time about if there would be dogs in heaven.
It's a hard concept to.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
the Bible definitely mentions horses coming down from heaven, so we'll at least have horses.
True.
Well, yeah, I
So-
think
Does that mean horses have souls?
I don't know.
Well,
or
that's the
if
thing.
just-
I don't think it's the same animals. I don't think it's
Yeah.
animals that died and went to heaven. I think it's just that the animals that are.
You're gonna
in
be
heaven.
like Avatar style, like these
Yeah.
weird spiritual
Platypus bear?
Yeah, these weird
Whoa.
spiritual beings that are now like what we
Will we have
consider
like the
horses.
Fire
hair
ferret?
tails?
Lion turtle.
Yeah,
lion,
yeah.
lion turtles.
Sahalo. We're gonna
Is that what it's called?
perform Sahalo with our animal companions. That would be strange, but we don't
Be out
know.
there.
That's the point. But I mean, it is nice to be able to have kind of those more spiritual conversations, and
Yeah.
it's not like viewed as strange or weird.
Yeah.
Um,
I do have a personal message for James Cameron. Avatar 2 is 6 years late now.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
time's ticking.
James,
you have a chance to save
Get out of your
yourself.
submarine.
No one was
and
asking
get
for
to
this
the camera.
movie except for
Get out of your
Disney
submarine.
executives.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a chance to save the first one, all right? Just
I
make a
guess-
really good
okay,
second one.
Wait, hold up, real quick. So I guess that it is actually a very popular movie outside of the United States. Like people in
Really?
China like love Avatar.
Dude,
They're
I
crazy
as a
about it.
little kid, I adored
Second.
that movie.
Is it
I thought that
second?
movie was so cool.
I hated it. When I
Just
saw it.
because
I
I mean, like
hated
as a
it
little
so
kid,
much.
you have no concept of like good graphics or
Good acting.
like being able to compare the TV show to the movie.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
You're
oh,
just
this
like-
is fun to watch.
You just take the
Yeah.
entertainment in, and like,
And so I loved
really
that movie as a
process it.
kid, and I didn't like because they just added it to Netflix, the movie
Yeah.
and the TV show. And at the beginning of quarantine, one of my friends owns all of the Avatar series and the sequel series. So at the very beginning of quarantine,
oh
the
wait,
first,
no,
like, 3
you're
weeks,
talking about The Last Airbender.
yeah, Last Airbender.
No,
Oh,
we,
not
we,
talking
we were
Avatar
talking about
anymore?
James Cameron's
Never mind.
Avatar, which is a
Never mind, I'm
separate-
out here.
It's a very like I
No, okay, I have
I-
seen that
I-
Avatar. though.
yeah, no, I like
I do
Avatar:
like
The Last
that one.
Airbender. That's cool.
Yeah.
That,
No,
that's no. I was
this-
dogging on
James, I still like. Actually, I do like that Avatar.
the
I think it's
blue
interesting.
Na'vi.
Yeah, the blue
it's
people.
Just, it's dances
it's
with
out
wolves
there.
in space, man.
Yeah, it's out there, but it's
a
still
worn-out
interesting.
White savior story.
Wait, did
No
you say
offense.
Dances with Wolves in Space?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I guess that's true. I still haven't finished Dances with Wolves.
Dude,
it's been like
okay,
8 years.
Finish it. Do it.
It's like 4 hours
Time out,
long,
real
though.
quick. Story about Dances with Wolves. I've seen that movie over 100 times.
Whoa.
And I
That's a
know
lot of
this
hours.
because
Ooh.
when I was 8, my family took a cross-country trip,
Oh,
and
no.
we brought like a little power converter and like a
the little
uh,
TV
well,
screen
yeah,
that you hook on the.
yeah.
Oh,
no,
man.
actually, it was a full-size TV VCR combo.
Oh, okay.
Back in the
okay.
day, that's how we had to do it.
yeah.
And my
Block
brothers and
TVs.
I, so I have 2 brothers, an older one and a younger one, and we each got to pick one movie, and I chose Dances with Wolves. So we had Dances with
You were like
Wolves.
8 and you chose Dances with Wolves?
Yeah, because it was an awesome movie, and it was super long. Actually, I did it because of the runtime, because it's like a 3.5 hour long movie, and so it's just
Okay.
like, well, if we're driving across country, like we're gonna want to like have something that takes a long time to like watch, so it's not like, oh, we finished an hour and 20-minute film. Like
Yeah, like
every
Toy
hour
Story.
and
It's like
20
an hour
minutes.
and 10 minutes long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we did Larry
Yeah.
Boy. Okay,
Oh, that's
the-
a classic.
Dude,
That is a
yes.
We had Dance with Wolves, and then we had a movie called Three Amigos. I don't know if you.
Oh,
guys
I
have seen
love
Three
that
Amigos.
movie.
So
I don't know
those
if you guys
3
know
movies
about
we
that.
watched like on
said.
repeat for like a whole
Dude,
5
Three Amigos all the way.
across country. And so I know that I've watched Dance with Wolves like over 100 times. Like it's scary.
That's
400 hours of film watching.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
I-
kind of
I have hundreds
insane.
and thousands of hours of film watching in my lifetime.
It's like
But of one movie.
Well, no,
Yeah.
not a, yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of
Who
one
is
movie.
it?
That's a lot of one movie.
Who's the guy? ProZD is
Yeah.
a
Oh
is a
my
voice
gosh.
actor. Sungwon
Why
Cho.
are you pointing at yourself? What does
Yeah.
that mean? Are you pro ZD?
No.
We have Sonwan right here with us.
Yeah, but he has the entirety of the 1960s Peter Pan memorized.
Yeah, for you
Wow.
guys listening, Keenan is of Asian persuasion, and that is why he pointed to himself when someone mentioned another Asian person.
yeah.
Another Asian person? No
yeah,
way.
there's more than
What?
one.
Dude,
mean-
Not at our
besides
church,
Stage Keenan?
but there are more than one.
like Stage Keenan? Yeah.
Like Stage Keenan. Anyway, so he has all of he's
yeah,
got
that's Pro ZD.
you know You guys do.
They
look a
do
little-
look
I mean,
very
there's
alike.
There's some similarities. I see it. I see it a little bit.
Yeah,
But
they look.
he has all of Peter Pan, the 1960s Peter Pan, memorized. That's pretty legit.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, Doug's here.
Hello.
Hey, Doug.
Doug is in the
Doug,
back with
one
us.
of these days we'll have you on this podcast. We love you. We miss you.
Bye, Doug.
Did he get killed?
What?
Did he?
Oh yeah,
did
your
his count?
sister straight up assassinated him.
Assassinated?
Yeah. You guys ever heard that term? It's a very technical
Very, yeah.
term.
Assassinated by being
fantabulous.
jaded.
Yeah, it's like
Dude, it's one of the
fantabulous.
underworld's most commonly spoken words.
Assassinated because you are assassinated by being a jaded.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because when and on the
Assassinated.
FBI word blacklists,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and when like the
So-
assassinators look up on Google like how to assassinate somebody,
Durga,
they get put on a
Jihad,
white
assassinated.
on
And
a
then
list, right?
FBI's getting.
But if you type in how do you assassinate someone,
They know
you
you
don't
mean
get put
business.
on the watch list.
yeah, that's a
Yeah.
pro tip, life hack,
Life,
death,
yeah.
death hack.
It's research. don't worry.
Hey.
So wait, let's hear from the rest of you guys. Let's wrap up this time. Spiritually, how's everyone doing?
I kind of already said with the youth.
Yeah.
That was more like the big thing for me is that it's been going pretty good because anytime I feel like I have a real question that I can't just like I feel like I can't just read the Bible and figure out on my own.
Yeah.
It in youth group like within the month it's like bam here it is and I'm like oh hey
That's awesome. That's
yeah
good.
it's really nice.
Nice side effect of
Yeah.
participating in fellowship like that.
Yeah, I'd
Kinda
say I'm doing
crazy.
pretty good. Quarantine's definitely like being able to actually.
What?
What is quarantine?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What's that?
sorry.
Dude, you're like 6 inches from me right now.
No, it's okay.
Being able to like slow down and just take like without sports and school, but
Yeah.
with like less. So it's actually been able to like slow down, and actually think about everything, and like kind of get deeper with God. I'd say.
There you go.
Yeah, being done with school now, I've actually had a lot more time to just reflect and read the Bible. And during all of this so-called pandemic,
Yeah.
it's been nice having the idea that there is a figure that knows our plan for everything, and that there is a plan for everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, 2020 is kind of like a
Dude, I know.
Dude.
20.
Keenan
2020.
graduated
Dude, it
in
is the
2020.
perfect
He's gonna
storm
have a
right
badge
now.
of
Where are you
honor
going?
forever.
yeah 2020 is a year certainly, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's good to know that there's somebody to who it's not just a year,
Yeah.
right? Does that
Yeah,
make
yeah.
sense? Because
Yeah.
God's like out of time and stuff.
Yeah.
So
God's a fifth dimensional
Yeah.
being.
What?
He has length,
We can
width,
get into the
depth,
science of that later. if you guys
time,
want.
Yeah.
and feelings.
Oh, whoa.
Love is the fifth dimension.
Love is
But for me, terms of like spiritually, right? I mentioned this on our first episode, as this is our first episode. That
Love those.
I have a book that I like to read called.
Heaven?
This happened last week.
Wait,
I
Is it
forgot the
heaven?
title.
time out.
This
This
book is
this
actually called
exact.
Blank.
I am getting deja vu so hard because he did the exact same thing last week. He was
Somebody
just like,
sing
"There's
the-
a
the
book that I
Jeopardy
like to
theme
read,
song.
and it's called." And then he just waited for like 20 seconds while he thought about what it's called. So what is the book that
Every Moment Holy.
every
what it's
moment
called.
holy?
It is a collection of liturgies. So
Which are prayers?
yeah, written down prayers that you recite along with the book or people, for every moment basically. So there's a liturgy for morning coffee. There's a liturgy for like if you're married, for a husband and wife at the start of the day. There's a liturgy for changing of diapers. There's 2 of those actually. A liturgy for missing someone, which I've used, and one that I've actually been doing for a while. Oh, this is gonna sound really mushy and corny, right? But they say like, when they say when you're single and stuff, like just pray for God
Oh,
to
yeah.
do like bring the right person into your life. And now that I'm not single, just like continuing the prayer, right? Because
Yeah.
I've done the like pray for whoever is going to come into your life and be like your significant other, for a long time. And now that I have somebody who I think is,
Right.
I think our relationship is blessed by
potential.
God, right? Is just continuing the prayer into into the relationship.
Ask for that wisdom and
Yeah.
that discernment to figure
Yeah,
out if,
so-
like, you should continue to pursue this.
Yeah,
'cause-
in every moment holy there is a prayer for dating and courtship, which is what the prayer is it's not just like
God,
you
give
know,
me someone.
let us
Yeah.
Give me one.
Give her.
Imagine,
Give her.
She has a pulse.
Yeah.
imagine having a girlfriend.
well it's formatted for already being in a relationship,
Yeah.
but in that it's not the like sort of sense of like, oh man, I hope we don't break up, let's not break up,
Right. It's like pursuing God's will for
it's like-
your relationship.
It's recognizing that the person is a person and they have a family and they've been, brought up, if they're like Christian, like that they've been brought up in the faith and that they have a bunch of people who've invested in their lives and that they love them. And then also like, whatever God's will is, right? If his will is that we just be friends, then we're just friends, But if the will is, going on and, someday we'll have like a 50th year anniversary, then that's how it is too, right?
Yeah.
And it's just whatever happens in the relationship, friend zone or not, that it's, blessed and
Friend
used to
zone.
glorify God.
Yeah. Cool.
So-
Cool.
And I know I did not look at the camera at all when I said that.
That's fine. We're talking to
I
each other.
barely looked at the camera.
barely.
What
honestly,
camera?
Okay,
Wait, there's a
Wait.
camera in here?
honestly,
People are
guys,
watching us?
I'm
Whoa.
gonna have literally the worst stage presence you've ever seen in your life. So get ready for it, TJ. When you watch
Get
this back,
ready.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be
This
like half the
summer.
time I'm gonna be looking at the monitor, and the other half
Yeah.
the time I'm gonna be like staring off into space.
Or looking
And the other
So,
half of the time
uh,
you're not going to be in your
or
mic.
just looking at TJ intently because I have nothing better to do.
The only thing that matters is just keep your mic.
To close us out, I just want to
Alright,
kind of
alright,
close on what everyone's been up to. I know, Landon, recently you just got a new job.
Yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about what that's been like?
Oh boy, I am a package handler at the FedEx distribution center in Medford, Oregon.
Fancy.
So my shift is Tuesday through Saturday, 5 a.m. to whenever we're done. Usually it's like 8:30. But what I do is I take the packages that y'all buy from Amazon, and the really annoying ones are the pet food, the bags of pet food from Chewy, right? The online pet subscription service. They like send you food every month. So that's really annoying because you get like this box, and you're like, oh, it's a box, and you go to put it in your van, and it's like 60 pounds.
Just because it's just like a 60
Yeah.
pound bag of
But
dog food in a
It's
box.
been really fun. It's like the perfect job for me because I'm not the best at customer service. So it's like the perfect job for me to be like, I look at a box on a conveyor belt, and if it has my number, I put it in a van.
Yeah, that's
right?
kind of cool. I
And
mean,
it's good because it's it's basically non-conflicting with anything
yeah,
really. Like 5 a.m. to 9 a.m.
it's not a lot going on
Yeah.
in most people's
especially in
lives.
the summer.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Well, that's cool. I mean, that's like one of those jobs, like you said, that you can kind of like almost shut your mind off and like just work away until
Yeah.
your shift is done, which is kind of nice. I've worked several jobs, not doing exactly that, but like that, and that's typically what I have done. It's just been able to like kind of zone out and like contemplate things as I work. And yeah, you don't have to worry about niceties and like smiling and saying hello and wiping down things and all of the like customer service type
we had
interactions that way.
we had a like liquid container break in a box today while it was coming down the conveyor belt, and it was like white
Yikes.
vinegar, right?
Oh yeah.
But you see a leaky box and you smell vinegar fumes. They have we've spent like 5 hours in training learning about the hazmat procedure, right?
Yeah.
So I was just working, and like they caught it before it came to my place on the conveyor belt, and they're like, oh, it's just it's just vinegar. So they took it over to like the broken packages station or whatever. But then like 2 minutes later, like it spilled on the conveyor belt. So there's like this vinegar smelling wet spot going down the line. 2 minutes later, somebody pulls the emergency stop on all
'cause
the
they saw
conveyor
the
belts,
spot
and they see the spot and they smell it. And my manager just comes running down the whole line, just like, like he's like start it up because I think he knew it was vinegar,
Right,
And
right,
he's like,
right,
what
right.
are you doing? You just stopped everything in the whole building.
Yeah, which is like one of those things where communication's key. I know here the other day at the church, Doug, actually, our worship leader, as we were leaving staff meeting, he like ran to the restroom and someone locked up the doors and set the alarm while he was in the restroom. And so he came out and set off the motion sensor. And so it set off the alarm in the building, which is fine. So he just walked over and turned it off. No big deal. Well, later that night, as someone like switched shifts at SOS, they noticed that there was an alert on our account that someone had set off a motion detector. And so they called someone down at 1 a.m. to come check all the rooms and stuff here in the sanctuary, looking for someone that had entered the building somehow.
Holy moly!
But all the doors were locked and everything was, done properly. But it was just because someone didn't communicate that, like,
Doug's
that
in the bathroom.
yeah, exactly. So those things happen, but that's funny that he's like ran, just like,
oh
start
yeah.
her up.
Bolted.
Yeah.
He ran halfway, and then he saw the wet spot, and then he ran back and grabbed a paper towel, and then ran back down.
Like, wiped it off real quick.
And today was my second day, right? So I just kind of like pinned myself against the vehicle, and then I just see him run past, and I smile at him. He's like,
Yeah.
he's nice and cool and stuff. But it was funny to see how they all reacted in like a panic situation.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Keenan, what's going on in your life? What's new? You just graduated?
Yeah, I've just graduated, class of 2020 from South Medford High School.
Fancy.
No glasses though.
You mean he still has glasses? Did you say glasses or classes?
Glasses.
What's I don't.
Glasses.
Yeah,
Like
so-
seeing.
Yeah,
'Cause-
seeing
I
eyeglasses.
I thought you guys had 20/20 vision.
If only.
Hindsight, baby.
That hurt.
So you just graduated from South Medford. What's life looking like for you on a day-to-day? You went rafting yesterday, right?
Yeah, so yesterday I went rafting with our, I guess, ex-pastor, Larry Young.
Well, he's not an ex-pastor. He's our
Yeah,
former
yeah.
pastor.
Former pa-
We
I
didn't-
could-
He's an
that's-
ex-pastor. We kicked him out.
Ex-pastor.
He took the
It sounds like we
pews.
dumped him. He
Yeah.
retired. He's our former pastor.
Former pastor. And
We
his
get the pews
grandson.
on the weekends.
Yeah, so no, we
Oh,
went with-
Ben.
Yeah, we went with Larry and Ben, and then it was me and my dad and our worship leader, Doug.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vibing.
Me and Ben were in inflatable kayaks, and they
Oh,
were in-
nice.
Those are the
Oh,
best.
inflatable
Man.
kayaks are the best, or even just regular kayaks for
Mhm.
rafting.
Did you
It's
guys?
pretty high right
Did
now.
you guys do like the super soakers
Yes,
and
we
like
did.
shoot each other?
Every
Oh,
time
man.
we passed another raft or passed each other,
Yeah,
You
you
just take
the
down-
water guns would come out.
It's like,
Dude, if you don't ride the bull the entire time, you didn't do it right.
you didn't do it right, bro.
My
I
grandparents.
fell into it.
I fell, dude. Last time I went on the Rogue, I fell in 4 times.
Yeah, I'm glad.
probably
You
not
know,
good, Jack.
it recently
Yeah.
rained, so I was glad that it was like the river level was high. And
It was a really
my
nice day.
grandpa has a raft, and we go rafting some with them, and it's quite a blast.
yeah, I love rafting.
I have never been rafting,
Oh man,
We will take
should
land and
live
Landon,
in
we should
Medford,
rafting.
Oregon.
which is
and
like
you've
sad
never
because I'm like an
rafted.
Eagle Scout.
Yeah,
So-
like that.
You
That
live,
is
in,
a
you
little
live
sad.
in Medford,
You
Oregon,
live
and are
in-
an Eagle Scout.
Arguably, like-
we're taking land and rafting.
Yeah, we
I've never
should.
gone rafting. I've never done a 50-miler.
Let's
Tech
plan,
booth raft
let's
trip.
plan a rafting trip for sure. That's in the near future. Yeah.
bringing
One of
kayak.
my friends in college. So in college, I started a club called Adventure Club, and it was all about like
Oh, we have one of those at
experiencing
South.
the outdoors and like doing a bunch of fun stuff. Because I lived in LA and went to Biola University for a few years, and it was just like.
Boo.
Yeah, it was-
boo, Biola.
Los Angeles is hard to live in when you're used to like pine trees and fresh air. So
can't read that.
it was an escape from that. Anyway, at the end
sad.
of my first year of doing Adventure Club,
Dad?
one of my club members came and approached me and said that he got a job as a whitewater raft guide there in the Southern California area. And I was just like, dude, that's awesome. I was like, wait, have you ever been rafting? And he was just like, no. And I was just like, so wait, you got a job as like a whitewater raft guide because of Adventure Club, but you've never been rafting before? And he's just like, no, never in my life. So I worry
Classic.
for his name was Griffin. I'm a little worried that he didn't make it because I didn't see him the next year. So I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm
Yikes.
sure I just didn't.
He fell in, never to be seen again.
You know, Biola's an expensive school.
Dude.
I'm sure he couldn't afford to come back.
My
in the
sister
fall.
Ella, she went on a rafting trip like just a couple of days ago with her best friend Anna because she's getting married and it's just like a fun day. And she fell in and found a phone in the bottom of
that's
the
There you go.
river. But
Was it
she was super scared it was just some dead guy's phone.
Oh no,
Like
no, it's probably just a
somebody
drop.
dropped
phone.
their phone over.
Ella.
yeah, but
Don't be so superstitious.
Can you?
Yeah, I
can
was
you?
thinking
She's
Ella.
just a little stitious. Can we? Can she like harvest the hard drive from it?
Yeah.
And we can see what's on
well,
it.
We
I
should
don't.
definitely
We should.
look,
I
check.
would. She's thinking about selling it. Apparently,
Sell it?
Our
Instead of trying to
SSDs?
find who it was. I don't
Can
know.
you, like,
she
throw it
didn't
in
put it
rice?
in
Like
rice.
rice?
Yeah.
She didn't put it in rice. She just
Oh,
let
she
it dry
didn't?
out.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. And it was when she pulled it out. She said it was slimy. So it had been in there a decent amount of time.
Some of them are water. Sometimes the water.
Yeah, do you know what kind of phone it was?
You're not speaking into your mic, Jackson.
I have
Which
no idea.
Jackson? What is going on in your life? Tell us. You got baseball going on
yeah,
now.
I got baseball. That's why I'm such great attire.
Yeah.
Got baseball. Not much else.
Yeah. What
baseball.
are the baseball plans for South this year? Are you guys doing
Because
like
of Tina
daily
Corn.
doubles, or
Because of Tina Corn.
Uh-huh.
We've been basically just started practice again.
Yeah.
So we had one practice. It's gonna be really laid back. We're only doing like 20 games. But football we normally do daily
Wow,
doubles once
yeah.
we get into season. But that's been pushed back. So not really much
Who
of an idea.
Who knows what's going on? And then finally, Jack, what do you got going on in this summer? This right now in your life? What are you doing?
I'm trying to find a job
Yeah.
as of right now. I've been working like
Good
UPS
luck, my
is
friend.
hiring. I
Family
canceled
job.
my.
You and about 30
appointment.
million other people.
Yeah, I
so-
know. I've gone to places like Astral Games, and they're like, "Sorry, we have to hire back people before we can hire
yeah.
new people."
That's,
and I'm turning in an application for the country club because they sent out a message asking for help.
Yeah.
So
I need to get a job.
going there.
The Manor.
The manor.
The manor.
The manor is
Elizabeth
hiring.
was telling me that they're hiring at all times at the
Yeah, the
manor.
manor. Oh,
and
yeah.
she
I
could
have a
probably
friend.
get-
I have
help
a
get
Does she
me a
does
job
does
there.
she work there?
Yeah, that's where Elizabeth
Okay.
works.
Yeah.
I
She
have
said
a
she could
friend
probably
whose
get me.
dad was the chef for the manor for a while, and we would
Okay.
always go to their parties. It was the funniest thing because it's like all these old people, and then they're getting like they have this air spray tattoo. So all the old people are getting these tattoos. It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, I worked at the manor for 5 years right out of high school.
Dang.
Off and on. I would come back during summer, and I was the activities assistant for the care center there. So anyone who
Fancy.
like falls and like breaks a hip or
Yeah.
just needs a little extra care, they go to the care center, and I was like their activities leader.
Yeah, my summer job that I had been working was working at the Rogues baseball stadium.
Oh yeah.
But because of all this,
Rogues.
apparently they just released that they're doing a season. They are doing a season.
They
But no
are.
fans.
Yeah, but the thing that the thing is that
How
like
are-
a lot of restaurants
yeah.
are already doing stuff
How is
and it's
that
out
gonna
in the
work?
sun.
Yeah.
So, like WHO have released, like
Who?
that the World Health the World Health Organization
Yeah, that's why he
has
said who.
released that like coronavirus can live for only I think it's less than a minute in direct sunlight.
It's actually the heat and
The
sunlight.
ZWBXYD.
UV rays definitely
Yeah.
have an effect
So-
on its
Announced
lifespan.
that.
That's-
but the
that's-
thing is that I don't know yet if they're doing food service.
right.
That's the thing
Which
that
is what
I'm
you would
questioning.
be.
You're
Yeah,
gonna get a
that's what I
job,
do.
and then you're just gonna work a job.
So,
and
yeah,
then eventually
when
you're
I-
gonna quit. And
When I worked there, I worked 4 different jobs for them.
yeah.
They tried to keep people on one job so that they can have a schedule, but they couldn't decide what they wanted me.
Gotta cross train, bro.
Yeah, they
That's
started.
good.
They started me on the fryer in the back.
Uh-huh.
Then they're like, "Oh, let's put him in ticketing," and then they put me as a waiter. They call us hawkers. So I was waiting on people, and then also just put me in the concession stand to get orders ready. But like any of those jobs, I could work. But I have no idea if they're actually doing that kind of stuff.
Or like if they play games, are they
if
gonna
that
invite
works though,
fans?
and there's an open spot, let me know so I can try to apply because that actually sounds
Yeah,
really
I'm
fun.
working. I'm
Legit.
trying to work 2 jobs this
Yeah.
summer because I have to get
because I want to work through.
You got to
school
work
year
off
as
that
well.
Minecraft debt. That
Yeah,
you
Minecraft.
accumulated.
That
But, like,
$5
I've got to
Right.
get my money ready to pay for like my insurance and stuff, and
Yeah.
then get some gas money ready. Plus,
Yeah.
just spending money throughout the year for like food and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, that's basically all I'm focusing on, other than being here and doing stuff.
Well, I think that is probably going to conclude our time. Thank you guys for listening. We will catch you every week here on Tuba Talk, Not So Normal Conversation.
Unless we have a first episode.
Yeah,
That'll
a third
be like
first episode.
That'll be like a million subscribers to special, which will never happen.
Yeah.
So, well,
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
tell
Tell
your
your
friends.
friends. We want 3 million by this week.
Yeah. Can we get 20,000 likes?
20,000 likes or a spider will be
20,000
in your
likes.
bed.
Oh no,
Yeah.
let's not do this.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Drop a like down below. Hit the subscribe button.
Well, we
Hit
haven't
the
finished yet.
subscribe button and
Hit the subscribe button or there'll be a dirty